Hello everyone, Miss Carrie here from Miss Carrie's Creations. Today I'm going to share how I created a summer scrapbook page with a winter kit. I'm going to be working with the Snow Lace cut file and Happy Days title. Both of these can be found on the Hip Kit Club website. As a Hip Kit subscriber, you have exclusive access to complimentary cut files each month. This is just one of the many perks of being a member. Non-subscribers can purchase the files separately, and as you can see, there are quite a few files to choose from on the HipKit site. Once you've selected your desired cut file, add them to your cart, and complete the purchase process so that you can download them to your device. The Snow Lace background is an amazing overlay that can be used for almost any project. I plan to use this as is, but there are multiple ways that you could use this cut file. After you cut out the overlay, you will have these little flower-like pieces left over. I discovered that these can be flipped over to fill in the negative spaces of your cut file. You could also cut another overlay from a different pattern paper or cardstock and fill this in with multiple colors. These little flower pieces would also make a great background on their own. Using the overlay as a guide, you could adhere these pieces onto your background paper, then remove the overlay. Now, I didn't adhere these in place, so they shifted a bit, but I bet you can imagine how pretty this would look. You could also enhance your page even more with gems, pearls, or buttons in the center of these snowflake images. Wouldn't that look pretty? There are all sorts of possibilities with just this one cut file. Now I'm going to go off camera real quick and add my own personal touch, and then I'll show you another fun way to use the snow lace. You probably already guessed it, I added stitching to my background. These designs were stitched by hand using 2 strands of embroidery thread. I chose a color that matched the dreamy blue cardstock to give this more of a monochromatic look. I also added some faux stitching on this full heart pattern paper. My sewing machine's been acting up, so I decided to use the perforation blade on my Cricut Maker to create a subtle plaid pattern. It is difficult to see on camera, but it has added some great texture to my page. Not only am I using the Snow Lace cut file, I'm also going to add the title with this Happy Day file. The photo was taken during a July trip to the mountains. You can see in the background of this photo that we still have snow in the summer in the higher elevations. The December Hip Kit components and cut files are all winter themed, so I selected a cut file from a previous collection to fit the theme of this page. The outline for this title was cut from the same color cardstock as my background. With my Cricut, I cut the fill-in letters from a pocket life sheet. The smaller patterns work well for this size of title, and the bright florals give this more of a summery feel. The links to the cut files and December Hip Kit that I'm using today can be found in the description below. I'm going to start creating a frame around the photo. This is going to allow me to bring in a few colors that match the title. On either side, I'm adding snowflake trees that were cut using a metal die. These 2 little trees create some nice texture on either side of the page without overwhelming the photo. Now once those are in place, I want to bring in a notebook sticker for journaling. I'm also going to layer a few frames from the sticker sheets and chipboard collection, and I'll place those in the opposite corner. These elements are bringing in a small amount of pink, red, and yellow to the page, which matches the pattern paper of my title. Before I go much further, I think I want to bring in some more of those snowflake trees. I like the shape and texture of these and how well they're framing the photo. Now these ones are just partial cuts because I'm trying to squeeze them around the foam tape that I already have stuck behind that photo. Now that these are in place, I really do like how this looks and how it creates more of a textural frame behind my photo. Now I want to bring in a few floral layers to match the florals in the title. I decided to bring in some red berries and acorns from the die cut collection. I want these layers to touch the title so it doesn't feel disconnected from the page, so I brought that back in to see where my items should sit. These layers need to have more of a summery feel, so I'm going to bring in items that match my frames and title and add to the mountain theme. I also layered a few circle shapes here to break up the foliage a bit. As I finish layering these, I would love it if you tap that subscribe button and let me know that you're new here. If you're already a subscriber, let me know that you're enjoying this project by tapping the thumbs up icon or leaving me a comment below. I would love to know if you've been inspired to create a summer page with the December hip kit. The title for this layout needed to have a summer feel since the photo was taken in July. With my Cricut machine, I cut out backer letters using some of the tools in Design Space. The letters are a little larger than the outline, which makes them easy to glue in place. The December hip kit has some really cute winter title stickers and cut files. So if you decide to make this page about a winter memory, you can easily switch out this title. At this point, I know that I need something in the upper right corner in that darker blue color. I'm going to turn the camera off and figure this out, then I'll show you what I decided to do. Near my journal card, I added that bold blue flower, and that color is repeated in the title. Not having this color at the top of the page made it feel unbalanced. The photo and chipboard layers are all horizontal, and not having a vertical element was also throwing off the design. The solution was to bring in this bold red and blue product strip. Adding it above and below my photo created a vertical element, and the bold blue helped finish off the visual triangle. Today, I shared a charming summer layout created with a winter-themed kit. Most of the items I used today are part of the December Hip Kit collection. If you are a member of the Hip Kit Club, you have unlimited access to the cut files on the site and save 15% on coordinating items which ship free with your main kit. If you would like to use these cut files at no additional charge, it's worth becoming a member. If you'd like to learn more, I've added details in the description below. I want to thank you for joining me for another scrapbook project. If you'd like to see more of my creations, you can visit my channel or follow Miss Carrie's Creations online. If you have any questions about the project or supplies listed below, feel free to leave me a comment. I hope you have a wonderful week and I can't wait to see what you create.